Welcome back. Winter weather has thrown quite a few curveballs at the Summit League softball schedule. The USD-SDSU rivalry series last week was supposed to take place in Brookings, but winter weather conditions wouldn't allow for that. So the three-game series was moved to a neutral site all the way down in Omaha, Nebraska, with the Thursday doubleheader being played at the Scott Catholic High School field. And that worked out. The Coyotes and Jacks split for the day, with SDSU winning 5-4 in the first game and USD taking the second 7-0. Friday's series finale was supposed to take place at West Side Field at Westbrook, where the Omaha Mavericks play their home games, but winter weather was scheduled to strike Omaha, so it was postponed. In conclusion, Game 3 was moved to Sioux Falls, Augie's Bowden Field, on Saturday at 4 p.m., and the snow did hold off for that. There was even some sunshine coming down despite it only being 35 degrees, but thankfully barely any wind. Anyways, bottom of the third, scoreless game, but Brittany Morse would change that for SDSU. A 3-run bomb sails over the left field fence and into the trees. Celebration from Morse and her teammates as the Jacks lead 3-0. But then it was the Jacks defense, top of the fifth and 2 outs, 2-2 count. Madison Hope gets Jamie Holscher to strike out, one of her 2 strikeouts on the day. Bottom of the fifth, this is SDSU junior infielder Yanni Pons, sends one deep to right center. She gets a double off of that. A good day for the California native, 2 of 3 at the plate. But back to the star from earlier, Brittany Morse, adding even more RBI to her total for the day. The single to the gap brings 2 runners in, and the Jacks lead 6-0, still bottom of the fifth. Fast forward to the top of the 7th, Madison Hope notches another strikeout on her way to a complete game shutout. The Jacks take the series finale 7-0, the final score in this one. So here's a look at the current Summit League softball standings, which I feel we need to put an asterisk by, as the winter weather has caused some challenges. But Western Illinois sits atop the league at a perfect 6-0 in conference play, despite their overall record of 13-22. The Leathernecks have yet to play SDSU, NDSU, and Omaha, however. In the second spot, it is South Dakota State at 4-2, 23-11 overall. NDSU, the preseason favorite, who has won 5 of the past 6 regular season Summit League titles, as well as 8 of the last 9 league tournament champions. They currently sit in third, but look at this. Their conference record is 1-1. The weather in Fargo has been anything but cooperative, but the Bison sit at 21-13 on the season. They're followed up by South Dakota in 4th, who's played the most league games. The Coyotes are 4-5 in the Summit so far, 14-27 overall. Then it is Omaha in 5th at 2-6, 14-25 overall, and rounding out the standings, Fort Wayne holds the 6th spot at 0-3. They are 14-23 on the season. 4 weeks remain in the regular season, with the Summit League Softball Championship scheduled for May 9th through the 12th at Ellig Sports Complex on the campus of North Dakota State, so hopefully the weather is much better by that time. On to Big Sky Softball. The University of North Dakota hit the road this past weekend to face conference foe Southern Utah in Cedar City. The Fighting Hawks sat atop the Big Sky entering this weekend and would stay there with a series win. However, Southern Utah would blank UND in the opening game 3-0, handing North Dakota their first loss since opening conference play. The Fighting Hawks would right the ship in games 2 and 3, though, thanks in part to a huge 7-hit weekend from junior Marina Marzolino and solid pitching from the tandem of Hannah Berg and Kaylin Van Domlin. Berg picked up her 10th win of the season from the circle over the weekend, while Van Domlin notched her league-leading 6th save of the year on Saturday. Taking 2 of 3 in Cedar City improves Jordan Stevens' Fighting Hawks to 7-2 in the Big Sky and keeps their outright lead in the conference standings safe. Next up, the league leaders will head to Ogden, Utah for a 3-game series with Weber State starting on Tuesday at 3 p.m. Let's take a look at the current Big Sky softball standings. Again, UND owning that top spot at 7-2, followed closely though by Sacramento State at 6-3. Then it's Northern Colorado and Weber State both at 5-4, and Montana at 4-5 before it drops off to the final 3 teams at 3-6. The Big Sky Conference Tournament is scheduled for May 10th through the 12th, hosted by Weber State out in Ogden, Utah. At Wildcat Softball Field, Weber earned the hosting rights after claiming the Big Sky regular season title in 2017. And only the top 6 teams advance to that double elimination tournament, with the winner, of course, earning an auto bid to the NCAA tournament field. All right, well, coming up after the break, Alex Heinert joins me from Grand Forks for a recap of the thrilling Frozen 4 over the weekend in St. Paul, Minnesota. Stay right here.